Hey everyone, my name is Beast, and I thought I'd do a life update video because something happened between my last video and now. At this point, I just haven't felt like recording since what happened, and I look like a hot mess, don't I? The thing is, I haven't taken a shower since the day that I had this fight, so I am extremely in need of this depression to go away. So I thought I'd make a video. And it's like 1:30, almost about 1:30 anyways, but I thought that I would record this for you guys so that this is both a reminder to me and to you guys saying don't do what I did. And I'm going to tell you in a sec, and I do have some evidence, so I'll show you what I mean by that. So, pretty much this is story time with Bolta. So, let's get started, and I am going to grab my comfort items, two of them. I've had these two for years, and they help me feel safe, they help me feel better. Just a couple of stuffed animals. So, the situation's gonna be really stupid for what I'm about to tell you guys, so be expecting levels of stupidity here. But what happened was that on Tuesday I went and got a dentist appointment, or I went to that, and I had my teeth cleaned, and I had some cavities be refilled because some of them were loose and a couple of them were gone. So, clean teeth now. I do brush and floss, so don't worry about that. I'm not gonna get any fucking gum diseases or anything. But don't worry, this is gonna be leading up to it. So I'm at the dentist with my mom, and she's had to wait there for over an hour. And she was slowly getting impatient, but the dentist was taking her time, doing things right, because the last dentist I had drilled too deep into my cavities and exposed some of the nerves, so I have like super sensitive teeth now. And this was over a year ago, back in February 2016. So, after the dentist appointment, I have all this numb solution stuck in my jaw. Some of it was leaking up here, and it affected my brain and added on to the situation that's going to happen later on. So, my mother and I get done with the dentist appointment, and we decide to go to the grocery store, which is not even 5 blocks away. We get there, I start jumbling my talk because I can't feel my muscles in my mouth, or much less my teeth. And we get to the checkout, we have all our groceries, we have everything we need, and I start and go and bag stuff, and I totally forget what my mother had told me beforehand. So as soon as we get all the groceries bagged up after she helps and the cashier helps, and after we paid, we start to leave, and she whispers over to me, "What is wrong with you?" And she starts talking to me like she's angry, and by the time we get on our bikes with all our groceries, because yes, we don't have a car, we have to bike all of our groceries back. And what happens next is that we get back, we get the groceries up, we carry our bikes up because we live on the third floor of a complex building, and I'll explain that in a sec. We get upstairs, then she starts yelling at me. Why didn't I listen to her? Like, these are all quotes. Why didn't you listen to me? I told you to put them straight in the cart, no bagging, because we had to pretty much bag our groceries ourselves because we were on bikes. But she starts yelling at me, and then like this happens sometimes, and that we usually separate. I go into my bedroom, I stay here, I calm down, I relax. She stays out in the living room where that's her space. She calms down and relaxes. But that didn't work. She pursued me into my bedroom. She kept yelling at me. And then I get to the point where I'm yelling back at her because at this point, I've had it with my limit. I had to say something, otherwise, this is just going to continue forever. And during all this, my stress and anxiety get built up so much, I get to the point where I'm no longer thinking. And I had the idea flash into my head. And I actually do this. I cut myself. And this is my first time doing it. So I was kind of scared at first. But after I do this all in front of her and she starts yelling at me, you think that's gonna matter? Because this makes no difference. She yells that to me. So then I just start grabbing clothes and my computer and my tablet and pretty much all my tech, some clothing, these guys, and I just head off to my dad's for the whole week. So it's from Tuesday night until early Friday night, or early Friday evening. I come back, we make up, but we're still on the fence about what we want to do about the situation. And while I was staying over at my dad's, my bed that's surprisingly still there was way too uncomfortable and I could not sleep. Like, honestly, in this situation with that bed, I would opt for the floor because the floor would be more comfortable than that thing. Because that mattress has not been changed in over, what, 12, 14 years? And and as you can see, I couldn't get any sleep because it was so uncomfortable on that thing. So that's pretty much what happened to me this whole week. I haven't felt like recording, I haven't felt like editing, I haven't felt like anything. And now I understand why the people who cut themselves do it. But every situation's different, and in my situation, I did it just to get my mother to shut up. I have to drink some water. I really do need to drink some water. My throat's bad. Excuse me. So, I'm obviously back home instead of over at my dad's, and we apologized, we ate dinner together, we pretty much went about our day as if it was normal, but neither of us know what to go or what to do from here, and honestly, this was an extremely traumatic experience for me because I felt trapped, I felt alone, I felt like I was in danger, I just didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe, I didn't feel protected, I didn't feel like my normal self. And I guess I just wanted to know that I could still feel something, and why I cut myself. But obviously, it's been a few days since it happened, and I didn't want to just come on here and let you guys know what happened because of something that was still going on, and I wanted to see if I could resolve this somehow, and luckily I did. We both did. And it just resulted in more pain, more trouble, and I had to pop my neck because my head is at a weird angle currently. But this week has just been so stressful for everybody around me, and me included. And it's just something about this week that did that. And I can give you some examples, like Bear Creek High School in Lakewood, Colorado got a gun warning, and a student carried around a gun who's been arrested and is in custody now, awaiting trial and charges. I'm gonna have to go soon, you guys, so I could sleep, but another thing is that a friend of mine almost committed suicide again, and I went and hung out with them on Wednesday, and I told them about what happened, and we were very supportive of each other. And they said that they would be getting a house together soon, and they said I would be able to move in and stay with them so that we can all support each other and not deal with the shit of our lives. So, yeah, that's pretty much what happened this week. This week's been very stressful, depressing, painful, just overall bad. Now, I don't know what happened. I don't know what could have caused this bad stream luck. Hashtag good grammar. Yeah, right. I'm just so tired, you guys. I think over the last week, out of the usual 10 hours a night I get, literally because of my age, I think I only got like 6 hours each night. So for like 3 or 4 nights, instead of like 30 or 40 hours, it's like 26. It's like been halved because of that fucking bed. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to try and relax. I'm still kind of stressed out, you guys. Like, honestly, I wanted to come on here, let you guys know what's happened, why there's been no videos, because from this point forward, I promise that I will have at least one video once a week, vlog, game, otherwise, so that you guys could start seeing this more and more often. And I'm sorry I haven't been doing this. I've just been off and on for a couple of years now, and just been doing nothing. So now I'm going to start doing something for sure. So one video once a week being the very least I can do, if not more, because I'm dealing with a lot of stress right now, let me tell you. Oof. But I'll save the rest of that for later. And I'll see you guys all later. Good night. Sleep well. And as I said earlier, this video is both a reminder and me, or for you and me, to not cut yourself no matter what, even if the situation is bad. Find another way. Like, run outside. Try and separate yourself from the person causing you harm. That's usually the case that happens to me. And I just couldn't do it this time. I couldn't just push my mother aside and just run out. So I'll see you guys all next time. I hope that next time it's a much cheerful video and much easier for all of us. So see you guys all later. Bye.